and then do the high pass filter. And the general rule of thumb on the high pass filter is you should be able to take it in and out and it doesn't directly affect the source. So like here's an example of it improperly set. So I have it way up here at 1.6K. So that means nothing from here down is even coming out of the circuit. But now when I take it out, my voice is back in. So that's an example of we're taking out too much. So now we'll go back to where we need to be. I'm going to be down here. 1, 2, hey, hey. I take it in and out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The only thing you should probably notice between out and in is when it's in, it just sounds a little cleaner. You'll listen for some low frequency rumbles and woolies. Woo, 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 woo. See, it took it out with a high pass. But the meat of the voice is still there. And that's why you want to use the high pass. Because especially in the context of vocals, handling noise, I'm going to bring it up. See how the handling noise goes away? And because there's a thing in audio that we refer to as being non-essential. And in this case, non-essential low end. Now I'm talking sound reinforcement in live sound. You want to have that high pass filter on everything, including the kick drum. It just means that on the kick drum, if we had a high pass filter at 145, you're not getting anything out of the instrument, but we're going to be down at 25 or 30 or something like that. Because what happens is in the PA system, electrically, you can send this thing just flat all the way through. But if the loudspeakers up top can't faithfully reproduce those frequencies, it will try. And it will go into self-destruct before, if you try to make sub-frequencies come out of like these boxes, you'll tear them up before you'll get any sub out of it because they're not made for that. And so that's why the best practice, again, we were talking about audio in the beginning of the signal chain is preamp, and now we're at step 2, the processing block. We're still way up here, the more important stuff. So we need to get it right here. So by removing any low end on everything you're using that you don't need, do it. And I found that's also helpful, especially when you have video roll-ins, because lots of times producers of video content, they're listening at, little small speakers and stuff like that. And then the video that they just, it could be opening announcements or talking about a mission trip coming up. But you may find that, okay, when we made the video, it sounded great, but now we play it through the PA and it's just real boomy. Well, that's our job as the engineer at that time, as part of that checklist about confirming all of our inputs. If I know I have video sources, I want to test them. I want to hear them before the audience hears them. That way, if it is too woolly, and I'm not going to sit there and say, well, you didn't produce that properly. I'm not going to play this until no, passer wants it played. So we have to make it the best it can be. And so that's where, again, we use the high pass filter on everything. And it's just where it lands. The rule of thumb is you should be able to take the high pass filter in and out, and the body of what you're trying to reinforce is not affected. You should most likely hear artifacts of like with the high pass filter engaged, there's less low frequency noise and rumble and stuff like that going on.